Here's something you may not have known. Every fifth immigrant doctor in the United States is an Indian. India is the top source country when it comes to immigrant physicians and surgeons working in the United States, and the second largest source country for registered nurses. In terms of the total number of immigrant healthcare professionals working in the US, including home health aides and nursing assistants, India dropped to third place after the Philippines and Mexico. But Remitly, a US-based company that provides digital financial remittance services, they recently released its Immigrant Healthcare Index based on its analysis of data of the Migration Policy Institute and US Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now, of the 9.9 lakh doctors that are in the US, nearly 26.5% or 2.6 lakh are immigrants. More Indians have moved to the United States to work as physicians than any other country. There are about 59,000 Indian doctors in the US. 1 in 5 or 22% of all immigrant doctors are actually Indians. Now, in comparison, there are only 16,000 doctors who were born in China and Hong Kong, or 6% of the immigrant doctor population, who are currently practicing in the US. Pakistan, meanwhile, rounds off the top three with 13,000 immigrant doctors, constituting about 5% of the immigrant doctor population. Now, as far as the top destination for American states for immigrant doctors are concerned, well, New Jersey, Florida, and New York remain the top destinations for immigrant doctors. But the data also shows that of the 34.1 lakh actively employed registered nurses, 5.4 lakh, or about 16%, are immigrants. A significant number, about 1.4 lakh Filipino registered nurses, they are currently working in the US. There are about 32,000 registered Indian nurses. That's 6% of the immigrant registered nurse workforce. And California, New York, New Jersey are the top destination for American states for immigrant registered nurses, as per this Remitly report. Also, Dr. Lokesh Edara joins us from Washington. He's actually the chair of the American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin. He joins us on the World 24/7 at the moment. Thank you so much, Doctor, for making time for us. Now, as per this latest report by Remitly, Indian immigrants account for nearly 26% of the workforce. What makes Indian doctors stand apart?
Indian doctors, about our culture, we will work hard, we'll raise our children well, and we take good care of the patients. And also there's a report, it says in Reuters, I think 2017, especially immigrant doctors, the mortality rate of the foreign doctors taking care of the patient is low compared to the American graduates. And also Indian doctors, we have several generations now, third generation. So we have immigration doctors coming from India fresh, and also we have doctors here went to almost 10-15% of local schools, and some of them go to Caribbean and come back. So almost we have 20% of the workforce at the Indian origin.
Well, I'm aware that America is open for medical professionals from nearly 200 countries. But how easy or difficult is it for a doctor from India to adapt to the US system? Have US authorities eased any rules for doctors from India?
Now currently with all the globe is connecting so together, because I visited recently with a team from here connected to the NMC, and the competition is growing. The number of the people who coming to immigration coming here, the number of residencies, that's what we call PG seats, that's where we take, is fixed. There are around, out of them Indian portion, because it will open, America open to all 190 countries. India is one of them. I think we're making almost 2,000 graduates from Indian with no visas coming to working. That number is fixed, because they cannot increase the number, because the postgraduate in America is funded by federal government almost like 12 to 15 billion and maybe 1 lakh crores or something.
Would you then say the US healthcare system is heavily reliant on immigrants to sustain their functioning?
Yes, in American system is always open to the immigrants. Immigrants is the reason America is striving like this for centuries since its origin. And not only India, all the immigrants. make a big workforce. Without them, it's very hard to run the workforce, especially health. Of course, other sectors too, especially health is very, very important. We Yeah, that's very, very important. Immigrant force is very important. That is the culture, that is native America. That's what we like. We like more freedom here. We work with them. We're part of the society. Yes.
Dr. Edara, what advice would you give to doctors from India who are thinking of relocating to the United States, doctors who are looking to practice in the US? Any parting shot?
Not only India, we have all over, I want them to think about not America, from Indian doctors to America, Indian whole healthcare workers to America. There are two advices I have. One for the workforce, not only just for USA, UK, Australia, and other countries, all European countries. And even some of them come and visit and left. That's fine too. They'll know about it. They know about the country. And we're working with, I think, Johns Hopkins, how the global culture, our students go to different countries, land, and bring the India back, strengthen more and more. That's one of the things, and we'll encourage them to see the world, experience most, whether you settle anywhere or going back to India, you bring the unity, richness of, we learn from other cultures, we share our cultures to them. So we have so much of our culture to share, and which is already there across any country we have is Indian culture, everything there. For the government part of it, there are three things. We want to workforce like Japan give cars to all over the world, same way other countries. So India is give the workforce. A couple of things for nursing care. Philippines is with USA, they have more Philippine nurses. But if we change our system exam or our essay and short time questions, I love to change the multiple choice, which are high-end questions, to change it.
Well, Dr. Edara, thank you so much for making time for us on the World 24/7.